This week, the U.S. Senate passing a $2 trillion stimulus and relief bill, the largest in our nation's history. To find out more about what's in it and what's not, we spoke via Skype with Oklahoma Senator James Lankford. Senator, we're speaking to you at 11:30 on a Friday morning. The $2 trillion stimulus relief package has not been sent to the president's desk yet. How frustrated are you that it hasn't happened yet?
It has been a frustrating week. Much of this bill was ready to go on Sunday afternoon, actually, and we really thought this would be passed almost a week ago now. There's been very few changes that have been made during that time period. We're ready for this to be able to go. For small businesses especially, it is exceptionally important that this gets going as fast as we possibly can. They don't have cash flow to be able to sustain them. They're trying to pay their employees and to be able to get through a very difficult season. And so speed is of the essence at this point. Obviously, you want to get it right, but it's also important to be able to get it done.
Senator, 17,000 Oklahomans filed for unemployment yesterday. So let's talk about them. If I'm an unemployed Oklahoman or if I have a small business, what is specifically is in this bill that is going to help them?
So there's three aspects that would be specifically designed for them. Checks of one that'll be mailed within the next 3 weeks or so. Obviously, it's going to take some time for the IRS to be able to get checks out to that many people. So $1,200 to each individual. That's the first piece. Unemployment insurance has been expanded. That's the second one. But the third one's the most important. We don't want people to end up on unemployment insurance. We want people to stay connected to their current jobs. And so the way that we've designed this is with a small business grant that would go out, that small business owners could go get a grant from any bank, any credit union, that would allow them to be able to have their continue payroll for the next 8 weeks. And so that continues on. So employees and employers are still connected. Employees are still receiving their same salary and benefits as they have in the past. But we've got to get this bill passed for that to be able to begin.
The president has made it clear he wants to start to ease severe social, distancing as quickly as possible. Do you agree with that? Do you think that might be happening soon in Oklahoma or not?
Ease it as soon as possible, but we don't know what the possible is at this point. I think everyone wants to see it as soon as we possibly can, but we've got to be able to look at the science and the medicine and be able to see exactly what's happening in the situation on the ground. So the key aspect is not picking an arbitrary date, whether we're all hopeful that this ends quickly, but we've got to actually keep our social distancing in the meantime so that we can have a future date in the future.
The Democrats included in this bill about there's $500 billion in this bill for help and assistance to businesses. Democrats put in an exclusion there that said the president, his family, anyone in Congress who owns a business, they're not eligible for any of the assistance. Is that fair? And do you approve of that in that bill?
So what was interesting was this is one of the things that drug us out past Sunday because Democrats demanded to have some kind of exclusion to make sure no one in the Trump family could get a loan based on this. The president immediately agreed to that, but said, if that's going to be true for me, it should be true for Nancy Pelosi and everybody else as well. And said that that's not a problem. He wasn't apparently expecting to take out any kind of loan for his personal businesses. He's not engaged with the day-to-day operation of his businesses. But the Democrats demanded the way that it was written, they be written not only for the president, but also extend even to his son-in-law. Clearly, they're targeting Jared Kushner. It's one of the frustrating things about the bill. Small business owners all over the country are wanting to get relief as fast as they can. And the fight suddenly became about, well, we're not going to move on unless we can find some way to hurt the president in the process. End of the day, we were trying to be able to end all the bickering inside and to say, we've got to get this resolved. We've got to stop fighting it on petty things because people need real help.
Senator Lankford, thank you very much for your time. Great interview.
Thank you.
And we'll have more Senator Lankford next week.